What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Lazy
Sundays
Sundays with Dionte.
and NiJa.
As you all can see, we are sitting here on a new set in a new area with a new intro and all of that stuff.
Yes.
We moved our set to Los Angeles, y'all. So
I
congratulate
wish.
me. Clap it up, man. Clap it up for Dionte moving up in the world, man.
Dionte. Just Dionte moving up. I'm just
I'm
here.
bringing her with me. So
Anyways. So how
Yeah.
have things been since we've been gone?
Well,
How's
things
life?
have been all over the place. My life is just going.
Uh-huh.
There's just going. I've been a dad. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh, I didn't
But
know.
I'm also a dad now. I have a 5-year-old. I didn't know it.
Didn't know?
I didn't know. I was
Oh.
just raising somebody else's kid who turns out to be my kid.
Oh, okay. Don't get slapped.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm all good, man. You know, been living my life, man. Trying to keep out of the way, lay low in the cut.
Anyways, I wanted to get into these topics because I'm really excited to be talking to y'all
she's been
again.
doing good too. But,
Yes, I've been doing good.
We're
We're gonna talk.
What's going on, man?
All right, so let's get into what everybody has been talking about, the Oscars. So if you guys haven't heard, the Oscars was on probably about maybe like a week or so ago. And Chris Rock was the host. And, you know, as a job for a comedian that's on those type of platforms, it's your job to kind of like basically loosen everybody up. You're telling jokes. Yeah, there you go. So, of course, he got to Will and Jada, and he made a G.I. Jane joke. And if you guys aren't familiar, Jada has alopecia. And alopecia is basically when you start to lose your hair. And it's not something that you can control. It just happens to a lot of women.
For sure.
And especially black women, if you know how we are about our hair, it can be devastating.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever experience any hair loss, period. But alopecia is a whole different thing. So he makes a G.I. Jane joke, obviously, you know, to joke on the fact that she has, you know, a really, really low cut. And Will chuckled, you know what I'm saying? It's like a regular nice, ha, turns to look at Jada. She rolls her eyes.
Black girl rolled too.
Real hard.
I'm trying to do it to show y'all what she's doing.
So Will gets up. And everybody's like, oh, and you know, Chris Rock is like, oh, Will Smith, da. And Will cocks back and smacks the shit out of him. And Will kindly walks back to his seat, fixes his suit, and sits down. Like,
as
just,
if it didn't happen.
Yeah, like, and a lot of people thought it was fake for obvious reasons. Because we're like, oh, okay, we all did. So this was real. He smacked him. Oscars went on like ain't nothing happened. Will did apologize, yada, yada, yada. We won't get caught up on details because if y'all watched it, y'all heard about it, I'm sure y'all
Everybody
did.
knows. I'm
y'all
sure
know.
You've given your opinion.
Yes.
So we're just going to give ours real quick.
Basically.
Just because it happened and
yes.
we wanted to cover it.
Yeah.
But me personally, I think he was justified in slapping him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't tell this man how to react. Now, I don't think he should have slapped him in the middle of the show. No, I'm not condoning violence.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it should have happened like
sometimes
after the
when
fact.
you in that type of situations, emotions running high, you do things that you normally won't do.
Yeah.
You know, you get excited and you're on the table in Cheesecake Factory screaming about fucking spaghetti. So I don't know what causes you to do that, but sometimes you just have that break, bro.
Things happen.
And he's been playing a character literally for so long.
Yep.
It's like from what I understand, I heard a couple stories since then, the actual real Will Smith smacks people all the fucking time. So
he used to just like get into fights or like check people,
He checks people behind Jada for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So, which is his wife, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell him how to react to his wife.
No. And I feel the same way. I feel like, just speaking from experience, the dynamic of being in a relationship, it is a lot of times a man's job to protect whoever he is with. So whenever you feel like that woman is being hurt, especially by an outside source, you automatically go into protective mode. You're not worried about where you're at, who's around. None of that matters because at the end of the day, you just see your spouse hurt. And because it was a joke about her hair loss, even though, like, I mean, it was a joke about her low cut. And she, obviously, that all connected with her hair loss. And we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So that, I feel like, was just triggering because he's probably looking at it like, dang, I already know that she's been torn up about the fact that she has no hair. Now, in front of millions of people, millions plus,
for sure,
she's, you know, being humiliated by something that she can't control.
Exactly.
This is not funny to me. Everything is not a joke. And I think he just reacted. So it sucks that it happened. I wish it didn't get physical, but you can't always tell people how to react. Hey, that's his wife, man. That's how I look at it. So
I wish them both the best, bro.
Absolutely.
Chris Rock has material literally for the rest of his life based off of this one incident. I'm pretty
much.
Sure once he actually works it out, it's gonna be hilarious.
Yep.
And, you know, Will Smith won an Oscar, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good story for Will. Like, he can tell that at all little dinner parties with their rich friends. Like, remember that one time I won the Oscar and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock? Boy, that was a wild night.
It's not funny, but yeah. But let's go on to our next topic. Male birth control. I can't wait for this. Let me tell you. I hope this really becomes a thing, and I'm going to tell you why. So apparently, researchers at University of Minnesota created a birth control for male mice, which provided 99% effective in preventing pregnancy.
Yeah, they're supposed to be starting human trials later on this year. Because I guess if it's good enough for mice, it's good enough for actual humans.
Hello?
So I don't even know what to do with that information.
I hope it does.
But apparently the big thing is apparently the big thing is it's, I guess, non-hormonal, I guess. Because I guess it was the opposite beforehand, the ones that's been available, and it was causing dudes to be depressed and have blood clots and pretty much all the normal things that happen with birth control. So yeah, man.
Would you get on it if it becomes a thing?
I mean, if I got to be depressed and have blood clots, that kind of defeats the point, right?
Oh, it does it?
Yeah, because why would I be sad? I can't have sex if I'm sad. I'm sad. Really?
Are you serious? See, this is how it is. See, that's just weird to me. Don't be weird to me because any other time, men don't care. Y'all don't care about all the stuff that we got to go through with having to take birth control, having periods, all these things we experience, all the side effects from birth control. Okay, and they gonna make some for y'all too.
They can't properly.
I can't wait. So I hope it becomes a thing. I truly do, because I feel like men have been getting past for so many years, and then either they use condoms or y'all don't use condoms. Like, y'all need to be responsible.
How are we killing this sperm though?
Like I said,
if you're killing the sperm, you're killing.
I hope they figure it out. I'm
not getting on birth control. If you have my baby, oh well. If I get pregnant,
whatever.
I'm having it. You think I'm not having it, and I'm putting you on child support.
Boy, bye. You ain't getting no money out of me.
All your coins. I'm getting, and you gonna have your kid every other weekend.
No, that's not happening. Because you have to be responsible. But seriously though, I really hope that it becomes a thing, because I feel like you'll see a whole different side of men if male birth control become a thing.
The depressed side.
Oh well.
You just want a bunch of sad dudes walking around.
Anyways.
Having blood clots.
Anyways. All right. So, okay. So our ending topic, I think I have 2 questions, but I don't know if I'm going to do both. So we started watching this show called Young, Rich, and Famous. I think it's called Young, Rich, and African. I think it is. I don't know. It's on Netflix. We started watching it, and one of the first things that came up in the episode that we were watching is this lady has a 13-year-old daughter. 15. She was 15? Oh, yeah. 15-year-old daughter. and she calls her next door neighbor because she lives next door to her. She has her own place. And everybody at the table, where certain people were like up in arms, like, oh my gosh, that's too much. And she's like, I have that relationship with my daughter that I wish my parents had with me. She's basically saying like it's like a trial and error type of thing. She was like, you know, you don't know me, I don't know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as mother-daughter, you just came into this world. We're going to figure this thing out. And if this works for us, this works for us. And a lot of people were like, this is a little too young to give that much responsibility to a child her age and yada, yada, yada. So I guess my question was, is there a such thing as like a one size fit all parenting, or do you feel like there are some extremes that is like, no, you just should not do this regardless?
To be honest with parenting, bruh, it's one of them things where it's like each kid, literally, even like if you have 4 kids, you probably have to parent all 4 kids individually because everybody is their own individual person. What you do with one kid won't work with the other kid. So what she's doing with her kid would never work for my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know how my kid will be when she's 15. She's only 5, but I know how she is. I'm liable to come back to stuff all over the place and broken if I was to give her that much space. But she also is raising a kid in a situation where they have money. I don't know if I had money like that. Maybe I have enough to give my kid their own amount of space like that. Because technically, what's the difference between that and what most rich families do? They're calling it an apartment, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all in the same house. So it's like, is it really an apartment if I can just walk downstairs and open your door? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you may have a kitchen and a stove in here, but that don't make you like living out. It's not like she's driving to her kid's house. Is what I'm saying. We're like neighbors because you have a kitchen, but if I wanted to, I could tell you open this door.
Well, but do you feel like there is an extreme though, or do you feel like it's like a one size fit all when it comes down to parenting?
But see, it's hard to say it's extreme. Like I said, I don't know how you parent your kid, and everybody parent their kids differently.
Okay.
So it's hard to say it's an extreme because I'm not in that situation.
Yeah.
It sounds extreme, but I'm not rich. I don't know your kids. So your kid may be mature enough to be able to handle something like that.
Yeah.
But like she said, she's trying to have the relationship that she didn't have with her parents. So in a sense, you could say she's overcompensating.
Yeah.
So, because you're trying to be the friend instead of trying to be the parent. But, you know what I'm saying?
But it's tricky to say that because that goes back into what you were just saying as far as like, I can't really say that because I'm not in your situation. And also, to your point, when you have multiple kids, you parent each child differently because each child is different. I do feel like that's what people get it wrong at, where they try to parent each child the same. Because I feel like a lot of times that's when you notice like parenting becomes really difficult because it's really not a one size fit all. I do see why people think it's a bit extreme. Just because it's not like your traditional cookie cutter, your kid lives in the same house as you, and people are like, you know, what, your kid lives outside the house. Yeah, she's just next door, but why does she literally have her own place at 15? But we don't live in that world. We don't have access to that amount of money. I don't know their dynamic at all. So to say that would be to say, oh no, like you're being bad at parenting. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know your kid, you know. Me personally, to me it's extreme, but I ain't got that much money. Y'all don't have that much access to even think about having that setup. Exactly. Nor do I feel like I probably would have a child that, no shade, but that I would feel comfortable enough to trust with that much freedom.
But at the same time,
I don't know.
I don't know a 15-year-old who would hate that situation.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, if I was 15, I would want, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I deal with y'all, but I'm about to go over here.
Okay, so my last thing I wanted to ask you. Okay, another situation came up on the show where this dude, he has like multiple kids, and I think he has like 2 different baby mamas. And he just basically just out here as if he don't have any kids, willing to date this woman, that woman. And I see this happen a lot, and I've been wanting to ask you this. Do you feel like it's harder for men to date, regardless of how many kids they have, or women, and why?
Women, because no dude. I mean, because of well, let's say it like this, dudes. I don't want to say they don't have their kids because obviously we have our kids, guys with kids. You know what I'm saying? But more than likely, if it's a co-parenting situation, more than likely the kids stay with the mom. So it's easier for the dad in that sense to move around. I may only have my kids certain days out of the week or certain weeks out of the month. Whereas the mom, as soon as you come over her house, you're gonna see them kids. So
That's
it's
very
easy
true.
to be like, oh, I'm dating a guy with 2, 3 kids versus a lady saying, or versus a guy saying, I'm dating a lady with 2, 3, 4, 5 kids
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to include myself with those kids. That's really the hard part
Yep.
because it's like, yeah, you can hold your kids back from who you dating, but they still affect things
Yeah.
because you have to find babysitters and you
Yep.
have to. Some people will be like, "No, I want you to do this and this for my kid," and technically I can't get mad at that because it's their kid and that's a part of their life.
Yeah.
My kid plays a lot of football games or they play sports and it's like this is what I'm doing. So if you want to be a part of that lady life, you gotta kind of be a part of the kids' life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, honestly, I feel like it's harder for women. I just wanted to get a male's perspective on it because I feel
But
like,
I'm logical though.
yeah, but I was making sure you weren't about to be up here capping because I'm like, don't even try to do that. Like, because you know it's probably harder for women for that
In this
point
sense,
of,
yes.
I feel like we tend to have our kids more. Like, no shade. Like, even for a dad that's a good dad, like, typically the mom is who has the kids more. So I feel like it's harder for us to do anything in life, even in a relationship with the dad, let alone, Lord, if we're not together, you can't do nothing.
She's
So
speaking for all the thotty moms who want to be out here
don't,
with their
no, ain't no
ass out,
thotty moms. I'm just
dancing in the
saying.
club, gyrating,
Anyways, y'all.
moving their ass around.
So that's all we have for y'all today. Hope you guys enjoyed the new podcast, the
she
new
tried
setup.
to shut me down,
I'm
y'all.
so excited.
But yeah, shout out to the new spot. Let me know what you think of the new setup in the comments.
Please like, comment, and subscribe because
All
it
of
really
that
helps
stuff,
us
bro.
out.
All that stuff. That way, people who don't usually see us can see us. Spread the word about us, bro. Let's get it out here. Let's have a big conversation with everybody, man. Let's see what's going on. I want to go live eventually, man.
Oh yeah, that'll be
stream
fun.
live,
We can talk about a bunch of random stuff.
In here, see what the people think about it.
Yes, and we will see y'all in our next video. Bye.
Boo boo.
Get out.